Hello, welcome. So I'm not sure who's going to be in today. I know this is a bit of an impulse live. So let's see what we're going to sort of focus on today. Let's just take a nice deep breath. Let's clear that energy. Welcome. So I'm just clearing all that energy that's on at the moment. Hi, Chelsea. How are you? Okay, so let's begin. Let me just talk about the type of readings you'll get. Okay, if you ask a question that begins with how, what, and why, how can I improve my journey? What do I need to know about this situation? Why do I react this way? Why is this happening at the moment? Those sort of questions, you'll get a tarot cards with 2. If you ask a question that begins with will I, should I, could I, those ones that ask a yes and no question, it is a angel answers. Okay, so think very carefully about your question. So if you are asking a yes and no question, I'm going to use the yes and no cards from Angel Answers, and that's going to give us a really sort of clear, well, hopefully a little bit more of a clear thing. So do think about your question, what question you're going to ask, because if you ask a question that requires a yes and no, it will be Angel Answers. If you want more of a tarot reading, remember to ask questions that begin with how, what, and why. Sorry, excuse me while I just clear that throat. Okay, so yeah, just a few things to think about when you're asking your questions. Think about how it's going to empower you in moving forward. What do I need to know so I can move forward on my path? Why do I react this way? Why does this happen at this time? What do I need to know is really important here. Okay, so if you're going to ask a yes and no question, it is Angel Answers. Sorry, I'm going to have to get a drink. Let me just grab some soy milk or some soy milk I've got at the moment. Ooh, excuse me. Right. Just taking a second just to get a drink. I'm just getting an iced coffee. Okay, so try drinking Inner Bloom. Yep. Okay, sorry, I'm just clearing the throat. Hello, Alana. Right, Chelsea, we'll do you first, and then I'll do Alana. Welcome. Whew. Right. Now, don't forget, if you want more than just the 2 cards or you want a little bit more information, you can donate anything from $1 using the pinned link or the links down below. It's going to enable you a tarot and oracle reading. It's going to give you a little bit more information. And it does help support the channel. Whoops, I just want to... Angel answers. Right, let's have a look. Just taking a nice deep breath. Okay, so you want to know whether you'll get approval from the unemployment office. Okay, that still hasn't happened. Let's just take a note. Will Chelsea get approval from the unemployment office? Whew. No, it feels like there's some stuff that needs to be dealt with. Hi, morning. Okay, so it says that it's unlikely next week. Okay, it feels like there's some stuff that's going on that's causing this bit of a delay. Okay, it feels like there's some stuff that needs to be dealt with. Now, I don't know why I got the forgiveness card for any reason, but it is talking about dealing, like there is some stuff that needs to be dealt with on some level. So it feels like there could be some emotional connection or something like that, or maybe something that needs to be dealt with on some level. I don't know what the forgiveness is or what that sense of it is, but it just feels like there's more to it. Let's have a look and see if the forgiveness card gives us a little bit more information here, because I feel like there's more to it. Okay, the unlikely card, I don't know why this came up first. There's maybe a different version of events that will take place. Maybe what you've asked for is not in your highest good. Maybe there's an alternative possibility. Okay, so what does forgiveness mean? Let's have a look here. I feel like there's something more to the story. Okay, forgiveness can work miracles when you release something to do with the past. A weight is lifted from your shoulders. A sense of freedom washes over you. Maybe to let go of any sadness or any pain caused by others so you can be free. Self-forgiveness. It's time to let go of anything that you're holding on to in regarding the past mistakes. Give yourself credit for having tried your best, even if the results aren't what you would have liked. Focus on the changes you've made since that have been made you a better person. So it feels like there's something else going on in the situation. Yeah, I feel like there's something else going on in the situation, which is stopping it from happening. Not sure why or what. There might be something that you need to dive into a little deeper. It's just saying that it's unlikely to happen next week because there is some stuff that needs to be dealt with on some level. Don't know what it is. Yes, you might have done everything, but remember, could be to do with someone else. Could be someone else in the unemployment office. Maybe something else that they are dealing with. Which is causing this to happen. So it's about letting go of this result. It feels like you're pushing this energy, something to do with this, pushing this energy of some sort. No idea why. I feel like there's something more to the story. Could be to do with something with someone else in the unemployment office. Remember, you are stuck on somebody else's thoughts and opinions. So it might be about letting go of the final result, letting go of the result of from the unemployment. Feel like you need to look for something else. Look for something to do with the I just feel like there's more to the story. There might be something else that might be in the wings for you in regards to employment, maybe. But remember, you're stuck because of somebody else's opinion. That's the problem with the unemployment office. It's not always about what you do. There might be something else from someone else, which is influencing the outcome. Remember, there's so many parties involved, Chelsea. It's not just about you. When you're doing about unemployment office, maybe you've done everything you need to do, but it just feels like there's something else in the being influenced by someone else. That's the problem with the unemployment office. Remember, it's not just about you. It's about the person who's doing the paperwork, who's doing the approval. They might be having a bad day. So maybe it's about just letting go of that. I feel like you're holding on so tight that it's stopping things from flowing. I don't know why, but it just feels like there's something else going on. And it's not necessarily about you personally. It could be someone in the unemployment office that's influencing the decision. Okay, so it's not always about what you do. It could be about somebody else in the unemployment office. That's the problem there. You got such a third part, other people involved. Alana, I just need a question from you. Okay. What should you be on the lookout for? Okay. What should you be on the lookout for? What should Alana be on the lookout for? What should Alana be on the lookout for? Okay. Nine. Okay, the Hermit. I know they call it attic here, but it's all about that solitude. That alone time is so important. Meditation. I think it's finding time for yourself is what I'm getting here. You need to find time for yourself, which is super important. And then we get 9 of Roses. And so you get that sense of your wish being fulfilled. I think it's about looking out for the signs. So if you're silent and that alone time to allow yourself to breathe, take a moment to sort of just breathe is what I'm sort of getting here with the alone time, with that just taking a moment for yourself so that you can see your wishes being fulfilled. So you can feel like you're getting an emotional need for yourself. Emotional need for yourself. That's super important here. So I think it's really important to think about spending some moment, you're not lonely, but being alone is going to allow you to take care of yourself. I feel like there's a sense of nurturing yourself in some way is going to be a true benefit for you. So I think that's what it's time for you to actually spend alone, so that but acknowledging that alone time, I think, is important. So that seems to be just important for you. It's just like that with that time alone, that solitude, the lessons learned, the knowledge gained from the situation, meditation, in prayer, whatever you like to call that moment that gives you the enlightenment, the understanding. So it's about acknowledging the alone time. Not saying that you're lonely, but saying that you're alone. And that can be quite difficult to get that moment. So, yeah. So that's what's important for you, to be able to spend time alone and to actually acknowledge it as alone time, as solitude. For meditation and reflection, that's a real benefit for you. Okay, morning. Hi, Anna. General in the next 24 hours. Definitely much needed. Okay. Okay, for morning. You're welcome, Alana. You're welcome. Okay. Morning. Let's have a look. What have I got for you? Two of Roses. Connection. I feel like there's some sort of connection coming up for you in the next 24 hours. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a romance or anything like that, but it's definitely an emotional connection on some level. So be aware of who you're spending a moment with. Okay, with the Hero card, there's a sense of strength needed, courage. So there definitely feels like there's some connection coming up for you, but it's important to sort of balance out your emotions in many ways and use that strength, that inner power, that inner strength, that courage for you to acknowledge this connection. I think it's going to take courage. It's going to take a strength to acknowledge this connection that's going on for you. So in the next 24 hours, does feel like there's some sort of connection coming in, and you is going to take a lot of inner power, a lot of inner strength to acknowledge this connection and sort of go for it and whatever that is for you in this moment. So yeah, doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic, but there is definitely some sort of emotional connection, and it is going to take a little bit of a strength for you to open up to this connection in some way. So I do feel like it's going to take a bit of time for you to open up. So yeah. Hi SK, hi Gabriella. Okay, Anna. Okay, you've asked a yes and no question. So don't forget, guys. Don't forget, guys, if you ask a yes and no question, it is angel answers. When you ask a question that begins with will I, should I, could I, would I, those yes and no questions, it is angel answers. If you want a tarot reading with 2 cards, of course, ask questions that start with how, what, and why, or general, of course. How can I move forward? What do I need to know? Why do I react this way? Why is this happening in my life? If you want a little bit more, you want a tarot and oracle reading, don't forget to check out the links down below, or the pinned link. If you want a little bit more information with your reading, anything from $1 is going to give you a little bit more information. Right, so think very carefully about your question, what sort of question you're going to ask, to what type of answer you would like. So if it's just yes and no. Now remember, when we're talking about fortune tellings, we're not talking about the future, we're talking about your luck, your journey. Okay, so your good luck and things like that. So when you're asking about the future, don't forget your future is never set in stone. It just gives you guidance to maybe make another decision. Okay, you can change your future. You can change your path depending on what action you go. So when we're talking about your future, we're talking about the energies that are carrying on from this moment if you don't make any changes. If you want to know what changes do I need to make, then you're going to get a bit more of a tarot. So when you ask, will I earn money by having many Uber, taxi, cab in the future? Remember, it's on the energy that's based right now. So there's telling you there's some stuff to consider. Okay, there's some things that you need to consider when you're talking about earning money by having this this taxi cab business. So it's really up to you. It depends on what you choose to do. They're saying, will you earn money by having an Uber taxi cab in the future? There's lots of things to consider before you actually take that action, before you actually start earning some money. And it really depends on what actions you choose to take. Remember, you always have free will in achieving your goals by what you choose to do. So it's about having that hard work. I think there's a lot of stuff that you need to do. There's a lot of things that you need to consider. You need to consider with your Uber taxi cab energy, with what you're going to do. Really, it's up to you what you want to do. You can't sit back and just expect it to happen. It's going to take a lot of hard work. Okay, Anna? So they're really saying it's really up to you. It depends on what action you choose to take. Do you sit back and wait for things to happen? Well, or are you actually going to take action, depending on what advertising you do, there's a lot of things to consider about earning money. There's insurances, there's so much paperwork involved, there's safety for the drivers, how many drivers are you going to have? All those things have to be considered before you're going to start earning money. Okay, so really I think there's a lot of stuff to take in consideration, depending on what action you choose to take. So really it's sort of like, well, you could, but I think it really depends on what action you're going to take, Anna. I'm sorry. It's just not going to give you a definite yes and no in this, because it really is depending on what action you choose to take to what you're going to do in regards to earning money. Okay? So I think you've got to think about a lot of things before they can say yes and no. Okay, what are Noah's feelings for me in terms of romantic relationship? You've got a crush on her. Your friends, you've got a crush on her. So you want to know whether there's a romance going on there. Okay, so right, let's have a look. Okay, so what's going on with this relationship? Okay, the first card we've got here is 4 of Bears. Okay, 4 of Bears, sort of like you're holding on to something. Okay, it feels like you're definitely holding on to something. Addiction, repeated patterns, bad habits. So I think you just got to give yourself I just feel like you got to give yourself the freedom to explore possibilities here. I feel like you just got to let things flow. I'm not getting that there's any sort of romantic relationship, but there is some stuff being held onto too tightly, and you just got to let things go. Hi, Beckaboo. Okay, so I just feel like there's just got to let things flow naturally. Don't try and, I feel like it's being forced. You're trying to, yeah, I'm just not getting any romantic relationship, put it that way. I'm not getting any romantic relationship here. So I just get this sense of just got to let things flow, got to allow things to just flow with the nature. Don't hold on to this idea that it has to be romantic. I'm not getting any romance. Okay, I'm just not getting any romance. So I do get the feeling of just letting things flow. Don't try and force anything. Just let things be. I'm just not getting that romantic relationship. So I do feel like you just got to stay friends and just let that flow naturally. Just give yourself permission just to let things flow here. Okay, so that's kind of really important here. I just get this things about letting things go. Let things be as they are. Hi, Miss Moonlight. How are you? Hi, Estrella. So, yeah, I'm just getting things, just let things be. I'm just not getting any romantic relationship here. Okay, Gabriella with a general. Then Prab. And Hot Spicy. Peekaboo and Miss Moonlight. And then Estrella. Oh, it's Grateful Dead. And I've actually been using it with the embroidered graveyard oracle. It's a fairly new one. It's only been out just on Christmas. Very cool. Yeah, it is cool. Right, a general reading for Gabriella. Let's have a look. What does Gabriella need to know? What does Gabriella need to know right now? Okay, what is Gabriella? Okay. Gabriella, let's have a look. What do you need to know right now? What's important? Okay, Gabriella. What have we got here? Okay. Ooh, lightning bolt. Okay, so you've got that sense of feeling, I just get a sense of feeling limited. I feel like that maybe you're feeling a little bit trapped at the moment. Maybe you're feeling like you can't quite move forward. You're feeling a little bit stuck with what's going on for you right now. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense of feeling stuck, feeling limited by what you want. Okay, but you've got to know your own potential. You know that the doorway's open for you. You just got to walk over that threshold. Okay, I feel like you just got to sort of awaken your own potential. Know your own potential here, Gabriella. I know you might be feeling a little bit stuck, maybe feeling a little bit lost, maybe feeling like you can't quite move forward on your journey. But I feel like there's a sense of needing to believe in yourself. Know that you're actually very capable of moving forward. So, yeah, I think that's kind of really important here, to be able to have this true belief this true knowledge that you can actually achieve what you want to achieve, Gabriella, to be able to walk forward on your journey, to be able to walk across the threshold, if you like, or open through the gates, pushing open the gate, allowing yourself to actually move forward on your journey. You just have to believe in yourself. And I think, and I know that's not always easy, but you have to know your potential, your ability to be able to move forward on your journey. You've got this opening. You're not actually closed off, but you just got to believe in yourself, Gabriella. So I think that's really important for you right now, is just to acknowledge that you are capable, that you have the knowledge that you need to be able to move forward on your journey, Gabriella. So yeah, that's really important for you right now. Okay, Prab. What's coming towards you in general? Right, okay. So what's coming towards you in general? You're welcome, Gabriella. Okay, Prab. So what's coming towards you in general? Whoa! So we can see what card. Okay. So what's coming towards you in general? So what's important for you? Well, that was kind of interesting. Okay. 3 of Roses. Celebration. Okay, it feels like there's some sort of celebration sort of coming together. And I got the sense with this one here, and I know we just had this card, but I feel like for you, it's about a new beginning. I feel like there's a new physical journey for you, is what I'm getting here. I'm getting it sort of like a new physical journey. So I feel like there's a celebration because you're moving or you're shifting, something happening towards, you're moving in a new pathway. Okay, a new beginning, a new possibility. So I feel like there's something for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're moving house or you're moving country or anything like that, but there's definitely some sort of move going on here for you physically. So there's definitely something happening that's giving you a new beginning, a new possibility. And that's why you're celebrating. There's some sort of celebration coming up for you because you're moving or you're walking forward on your journey. There's a reason to celebrate your achievements in some way. Prab. So that's what's coming towards you in general. It feels like you've got some sort of celebration coming up that's sort of celebrating your moving forward in some way. Okay, so there's some sort of celebration coming up for you, which is kind of really important. And it's going to be quite a bit of an impact on you. Okay. That sounds like the lawnmower. Okay, how does my love interest feel about you with what's happening between us romantically in the coming weeks? Hi, Kelsey. How are you? So how does your love interest, hot and spicy, so how does the love interest feel about what's going on? How does your love interest feel about what's happening? Whoa, that flew out. Okay. Interesting. 2 of Roses. It's all about that connection. Okay, so this definitely feels like there's some sort of I'm getting a very romantic, love, emotional connection here. So there's definitely feeling like there is that connection. Feels very loving, very connected to it. Ten of Skulls. Okay. So I feel like it's sort of weighing him down, though. It feels like the connection. There's a lot of worry. Okay, there's a lot of weighing him down. There's a lot of worry on some level. I don't know why, but I'm getting that there is some worry. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of connection, but there is some worry of some way. There is some stress related to the situation. Hot and spicy. So there is definitely feels like there is some connection there. There is something happening. Don't know. It's just, I think he's just worrying about the connection, worrying about what will happen. I just feel like there is something sort of weighing a little bit heavily on him. Definitely loves the connection, but I think there is some sort of worry about the situation. So there is something that's worrying to him. There is something that's weighing him down with the situation, but it does feel as though there is that sense of I just feel like happy with the connection, but I think there's worry about what will happen next. um don't know at this stage. I just feel like that's where he's at. So yeah, one question, this is what's going on at the moment. Just feels like just a little bit worried about what's going to happen next. I think that's just normal. I'm just getting sort of like the connection nerves. I just feel like it's just connection nerves, making sure that everything's going to go in the right direction, everything's happening as they should. It's a balanced connection. I just feel like, yeah, I think you'll know more, but I just think it's just normal relationship nerves. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's huge, but it's definitely something going on there. I think just take a drink for a second. Let's just take a minute. Just taking a breath for a second. Okay, for those that have just come in the door, don't forget, if you want a little bit more with your reading, you can donate. And if you do donate, let me know. If you want a little bit more information about your reading, or you want a little bit more depth with your reading, you can donate and you'll get a tarot and oracle reading. You'll get a few more cards and it's going to give you a little bit more information. Okay. Peekaboo. Right. Oh, it's raining. Okay, it's getting a bit warmer here, Becca. Right. Becca, did you have a question? Oh, yeah, T.O. still varies. Yeah, I wondered how he is. Haven't seen much of him lately. Of course, with him not being well and needing the rest. Miss T.O.'s streams. I miss his live. It was the one live that I really enjoyed. Miss T.O. That's for sure. So, Becca, I'm not sure if you had a question. Okay, peekaboo. So I got the lawnmower guy in the background as well. So what does January look like for Peekaboo? Oh yes, Miss Moonlight, you're getting a reading too. Okay, what's January look like for you? Okay, what's January like for Peekaboo? What's important for Peekaboo? Oh! And my mods always get an extra card. Right, let's have a look. What do we got for you? 8 of Roses. Okay. So what are you walking away from, Peekaboo? What are you walking away from? King of Lightning. Okay. I feel like you're doing a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking. Seeking the truth. Okay, I feel like you're walking away from something. You're looking for something. You're trying to sort of get to the facts of what's going on for you right now. So I feel like you're walking away from something, you're leaving something behind and walking into something new, but your search, it's unknown. I feel like you're walking into an unknown path. Okay. You're seeking your truth. That's where your truth and your facts, your spiritual in. Okay. So that's where you're at. That's what January is going to look for you. It feels like you're doing a lot of soul searching. So a lot of spiritual awakening. I feel like you're walking into a new journey. You're leaving behind the old and moving into the new, looking for new awareness, new self-development. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff, a lot of thinking going on, a lot of truth searching, soul searching. So yeah, I do feel like there's a very, January is going to be quite a big month for you in regards to that. In regards to your perspective spiritually. So yeah, lots. You're welcome. Now, Miss Moonlight, I've known you for a long time with TO's chats and things. So your question is for the week ahead. I think you were next. Yeah. Then Estrella. Okay. Hi, Ari. Okay, so what's your week ahead? What's happening for your week ahead? Okay. Okay, for your week ahead, let's have a look. And what happened there? What are you going? You're not going through a spiritual awakening too, are you, Miss Moonlight? There we go. Woo. Okay, so let's have a look. I feel like you're going through a huge journey too. So what have we got here? Oh, definitely a new cycle. See, we get the world. I knew you're going through a spirit. I feel like you're moving into a new cycle, a new awareness, a new sense of harvesting your journey here. Okay, Seven of Bears. Definitely feels like you're harvesting your journey. Feels like you are, yeah, dealing with the journey, exploring. Definitely feels like there is exploration going on here. Definitely dealing with the heartbreak, feeling like you're moving forward on your journey. I do feel like there's a lot of exploring going on here. Definitely feel like you're harvesting something new. You're bringing something new into your journey. So, yeah, big changes. Yeah, definitely huge changes for you. You really got to take a moment to pause and reflect and deal with any heartbreak or any sorrow, a sense of betrayal in some way. I do feel like you're bringing something through for yourself in many ways, but I definitely feel like you're moving. New cycle, new possibility, big. And we have, because it's a major arcana, heartbreak makes sense too. Okay. So I think there's a lot of pausing, a lot of dealing with a lot of stuff. Okay. And I definitely feel like there's a moving ahead. You're leaving behind the old, moving into the new cycle. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening for you, Miss Moonlight. Right. Now back to the current. Okay. So Australia. Oh, I'm good, thanks, Australia. Yep, good. Just it's a bit warmer than I thought it would be today. So, Australia, question. You're welcome. You're welcome, Miss Moonlight. Okay, what is Sergio worried about in our connection? Okay, let's just take a minute, take a breath. Oh, you changed your question, Australia? Oh, sorry. Where have I missed? Oh, okay, cool. What is Sergio's biggest goal for our relationship? Oh, that's a good question. Good question. What is Sergio's biggest goal for your relationship and connection? Oh, good one. Okay. This card here stood out very strongly. Goal for relationship. Oh, that lawnmower's loud. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm getting endurance and stamina with this, with the hero card. I'm getting endurance and stamina. But there's also an uncertainty. Just got to wait for that lawnmower to. Okay, so I do feel like there's an uncertainty to the goal. There is an uncertainty to the goal, but he's hoping for endurance and stamina. Okay, that's what I'm getting there. I'm not sort of getting like a strength or a, I think his biggest goal for your relationship is just the endurance, the stamina. to keep it going, and he doesn't really. I think there is sort of like a uncertainty about the potential of it. Yeah. So his goal is long lasting, but there is an uncertainty about it. Like he can't really sort of see the path ahead. Lawnmower guy gone. Right, yeah, long lasting, but there is an uncertainty, like he can't quite see the path ahead. So I think the goal for the relationship is that he wants it long lasting, yeah. But there is an uncertainty to it. Yeah, long lasting. So that's what I get, endurance. Like, yeah. Okay, sweetie. You're welcome, Estrella. You're welcome. Okay, so what's your current feelings of pride? Current feelings of pride. How does pride feel about it? Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. Transformative. Okay, we get River card, which is like third key card 13. Death, for those who don't know. But it is about transformation. It is about changes. So I feel like the feelings with prior is changing, a transformation. Eight of Skulls. So I do feel like there's movement in some way. There is movement happening in some way. But it's transformative. There are things are changing. That's all it says, is that things are changing, that feelings are changing at the time. And there is a sort of I want to say, a passion in some way. So there definitely feels like there's something changing, transforming in their feelings towards you. Feels like there's a sort of a new day, a new beginning to it. So there's definitely a lot of movement going on. There's a lot of movement happening within the relationship. So just, I just feel like there's movement moving forward. There is this transformative energy going on with the feelings. I think he's going through some changes in how he feels, how Pra feels towards you, sweetie. So there's just a lot of changes happening. So I think it's like forever flowing is what I'm getting. It's forever flowing energy. Like it's always sort of ebbing, I want to say like an ebb and flow, like changing. Feelings are always changing, developing. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of changes going on with how they feel towards you. So yeah, I just feel like it's forever changing. It's forever moving forward. That's all they're sort of saying. All right. As long as you want it to. Okay. I just want to put on here that I'm just wrapping up everybody who's come into chat. Okay, so I'm just going to put up that we're ending soon. That means no, that means Kelsey there. Shenna. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Yep. Sister girl, I've got your after Ari. Then we've got Lisa. Then Shenna and Kelsey. I should have done that before, actually. Oops. I forgot to do that. Right. How long would the job last? Okay, so you're saying a sort of a timing situation? Sort of gets into a bit of a timing cards. How long? Sort of a timing question. Okay, so how long would the job last at Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah, basically for as long as you want it to. Basically, when you're ready. Just saying for as long as you want it to, basically. It's not really giving us any timing or months or years. It's just for as long as you want it to. Depends on your energy. Let's have a look here. Okay, I'm just getting the sense of basically for as long as you want. Whenever you want it to be final is basically what I'm getting here. Whenever you want it to end. Totally up to you. It is going to be hard work. A lot of thought's going to go into it, but I do feel like there is a sense of pushing, how much you're going to push forward with the job. So I do feel like there's a lot, depending on just whatever you want. It'll last as long as you want it to, depending on your energy, what you go in with. It's all about your energy. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, sister girl. Let's do sister girl. What does? Then we've got Lisa next. Oh, and then go records. Go records. I've got your question there. Got Lisa, go records. Shannon and Kelsey. Right. Okay. Yeah, you're after Sister Girl. What does Alonzo feel about you? Okay, so what's going on with Alonzo? What does Alonzo feel? What's Alonzo feel? Okay, interesting. We get that Alonzo feels like there's a lot to learn, a lot to discover about you. 9 of Bears. Feels like there is a sense of a benefit, an attainment, a sense of nearly complete sort of energy about you. So definitely feels like there is a sense of a lot to learn about you still. I feel like Alonzo feels like there's a lot to learn, a lot to discover, an adventure, if you like. Feels like it could be in a bit of an adventure in some way. And so you've got that sense of an attainment, a sense of a great benefit to his own journey. I do feel like there's a lot yet to learn about you. So I do feel like Alonzo just, unsure about what's going to go ahead, but it feels like it's going to be a bit of an adventure. Okay. That's what Alonzo feels about you. Feels like it's a bit of an adventure. Right, Lisa. Next. Okay, so why are you confused at work? Okay, so what's going on at work for you? What's going on at work for you? Let's have a look. What's going on at work? Okay, so what's going on at work for you? Okay, secrets. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, a lot of stuff that is yet to come into fruition. There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom coming up. And I do feel like there's sort of a feels like with the 2 of Bears, and it's reversed, right? So I'm getting this sense of feeling like there's not a lot of options available to you. So there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of secrets. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge yet to be revealed. And I feel like you I just don't feel like there's a lot of options for you. And I get that with the 2 of Bears reversed. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of options for you. I feel like it's sort of going to be taken out of your hands sort of situation. But I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of secrets, a lot of hidden knowledge that's yet to be revealed. So there is some stuff going on at work, and it does feel like there's not a lot of options available to you at work. So I don't know quite what that means. Only you may know what that means. It just feels like there's a lack of options. There seems to be a lack of possibilities, a lack of priorities going on at work. So I do feel like there's some secrets to be revealed. There is some knowledge that's going to be revealed shortly. But I do feel like there is a lack of options available to you, a lack of direction, if you like, a lack of balance in the physical aspect in regards to work. So there is a lot of stuff, there is some stuff going on, but I just not getting a lot, just that there is secrets, there are knowledge yet to be revealed. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lack of options for you. There is a delay or a block in that balance. So yeah, so I do feel like things are going to be revealed shortly. I do feel like you'll get some understanding in the situation. Really is a little bit out of your hands. It will be what it will be. So, yeah. Okay. Go records. Okay, so you want to know about you getting romantic. Okay, so are you going to get closer romantically? Will it be a good connection? Let's have a look and see what the angels have to say. Okay, is this a good connection? Is this a good connection? No. Angels are saying it's not really a good connection for you overall. There does seem to be, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're not going to connect on some level, but it's not a good connection for you. There might be, it's not really going to be for your highest interest. And we get abundance reversed here. I just feel like it's not going to give you the abundance that you want. It just doesn't feel like it's a good connection for you overall. Okay, so what I'm getting here is not really it's not really a good connection for you. It's not really going to give you the abundance you need in a relationship, but totally up to you what you do with it. Totally up to you what you decide to do, but it is not a really good connection for you. Okay, it's not really to your highest wealth, if you like, or your highest abundance in regards to a relationship. But what you do is totally up to you, of course, but it's not really for your highest good. I feel like there could be something better out there for you. But totally up to you what you do with that. But it's just not to your highest abundance. Okay. Okay. Sheena, will you have a new start? Okay. Will P, the Taurus, and you have a new start? Let's have a look. Will and Sheena have a new start? Oops. Okay, that card there pulled out. Let's make sure. What do we get? I got unlikely. Just doesn't feel like there's a new start for you. Okay, I just feel like there's something that could be blocking or delaying the process. I think you need to meditate. You need to sit in silence. You need to do some reflection, some contemplation. I think there's some stuff that you need to sort through. There could be some healing that needs to take place as well. When I get the meditation card, I'm thinking about healing. I think there's a lot of healing that needs to take place before there's a new start in the relationship. So remember, this is just the current energies that are going on at the moment. So the current energies are saying, no, it's unlikely that it's going to be a new start to the relationship or whatever's going on. I think there's a lot of healing that needs to take place, which is kind of really important before anything sort of happens. It's just based on the current energies at the moment, and things can change depending on the healing and the process that goes on. So yeah, Sheena, I just feel like there's some healing that needs to take place. Okay, so Kelsey, And I think that might be the last reading. Okay. So that could be the last reading. Now, if anyone wants anything else. Thanks, Miss Moonlight. Okay, so what are Jay's feelings for you? Okay, how does Jay feel about Kelsey? How does Jay... Okay, this one here sticks out and this one down here. Okay, how are Jay's feelings for you? So let's have a look. Kind of interesting. So it's amazing how we get stalked by cards. Okay, so Jay's feelings for you. And it's kind of interesting because I've got River, but I've got it reversed. So I feel like the feelings for you are very stuck in the past. Jay's feelings for you are very much stuck in the past. I just feel like there's no transformation, no changes, no development going on. It's very much about being stuck. I just get the sense of being stuck in the past. I get stuck in the past. And I get the need for you to just, and I'm actually sort of getting here with the lady card or the high priestess, if you like, that you need to trust your intuition. I'm getting a lot of sort of, that was kind of weird. I just got lunar energy, like crazy energy. Like something's driving him a little crazy. He's sort of like the sense of, I'm getting this sort of lunar energy going on here, moon energy, like a sense of you need to trust your intuition. Okay, you need to trust your intuition, but I'm also getting that sense of a bit of a crazy energy. So you're asking what are Jay's feelings for you, and I just keep getting that they're stuck in the past. There's something that's stuck in the past. So maybe he's stuck in the past and feeling a little crazy energy wise. Okay, so something definitely is feeling a little bit crazy there. So yeah, definitely feel like something's not quite right, that you need to trust your intuition in this situation. In some way you need to really sort of sit in silence and just allow your intuition to just really sit with you, because I'm just getting a sort of a stuck in the past energy. Okay, last one here. Okay, Bodhi, what have we got? Okay, this is the last reading now, the last free reading I'm going to do. If anyone wants any other readings, then it's donation. I will do a donation reading. If anyone wants to donate anything or wants a little bit more information about their reading or wants a little bit more detail. Okay, what's the outcome of Baddie and Crush? Oh, why is transformation card? As soon as I said that, I got like I got final. Whew. Okay. I'm getting like things are not quite what you expect them to be. I do feel like there's a sense of a final, a sense of I'm not even getting transformational changes going on here. I get a sense of things ending. Okay, I do feel like things will end. Now, let me just pick up these cards. Why does this card keep coming out? These two cards together for these relationships are coming up a lot, but with different messages. Okay, kind of interesting. I got that things are ending, but it's a lesson learned. I feel like there's something to learn, something to study in regard to the situation. Like I'm getting the same cards, but completely different messages here. So I'm getting the sense of things ending, but it gives you something to learn, gives you a lesson learned about it. So it does give you something final. It does give you a sense of a closure in some way, that things are ending, things are final, with the outcome of you and your crush. But it does give you a lesson learned, a study, a sense of, like the High Priestess in this case is about study, about learning something. So yeah, kind of interesting there is that I'm getting that it's final, that it's an ending to the situation. It's an ending to something, but it does give you a lesson to learn, something to discover. So it's not going to be quite what you're expecting. The outcome of your relationship or your connection is that it will end, but it is going to give you something to learn. Now, it doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you're not going to go out together at some stage, or you're not going to be together for a moment, but the outcome of it is that it will end eventually in whatever way. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be lasting for some time, but it is going to end. You're asked what the outcome is. The outcome is that they're saying that it will end eventually, but it's going to teach you a lot. You're going to learn a lot. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go out for some time, or it doesn't mean that things are going to things are going to happen. But in the outcome, the end of it, the situation is what they're talking about. They're talking about things ending. It's like a death of the relationship. Okay, a death of it, an ending of it, that things will end, but it is going to give you something to learn. It is going to be a lesson to learn. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to go out for some time, or something's going to happen or whatever, but it does feel like the outcome is that it is going to end eventually of something, and it is going to give you something to learn. It is going to be a learning curve for you. You are going to learn something about it. Okay, so what happens in between, I don't know. They're just saying that the outcome at this stage, the outcome is that it will end eventually, whatever that is. But it doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy the moments in between. Unfortunately, we all have to deal with pain in life. Yeah, you might not want to deal with pain. So you're not going to take the risk. And I think that's why they're telling you that. So it's whether you're going to take the risk. Unfortunately, we have many relationships in life that end for some reason, and we deal with pain in some way. So, I mean, it's whether you want to take that risk of just being in the moment and giving you the chance to learn what you need to learn, or are you going to just go, nah, not going to go there? That's your option to deal with it, and how you want to deal with this. Well, I don't know. It just says that that things will end eventually. Yeah, sometimes you might not have a choice about walking away from the relationship or whatever, but it will give you something to learn. Yeah, totally up to you what you do with it, really. It's just saying that event, whether you want to take that risk or not is, remember, you've got the crusher's decision as well. It's how you deal with it. So, yeah. Whew. Anyway, that's it from me, because we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. So I need to go and relax a little bit, get my energy back. Remember, you always have free will. You've got to take care of yourself. Okay, that's it from me. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Blessed be. Don't forget, if you want to book a reading with me, take care. Media.